All right, guys. So for your independent reading, you had a reading passage on water accidents, and it showed the percentages for the month of what was happening here during each month. So, like in December, there were 5%, November 8%, October 13%, July was 20%, and so on and so forth. Okay. Then you had a little bit of information to read, not much. It says, according to Water Sports Monthly magazine, serious water accidents seem to have a pattern that can be seen throughout the year. See the bar graph above for the percentage of accidents that are fatal by month. The top 5 water accidents by specific type can be seen in the chart below, as well as the number of injuries reported in California in 2014. So you've got the top 5 water accidents in California and the number of injuries that occurred in 2014. So motorboat accidents were 1,550. Water skiing accidents were 783. Jet skiing were 652. Water surfing was 301, and paddle boarding was 139. So let me explain to you what all of these are, just in case you're not familiar with these water activities. So motorboats are like speedboats when you're on speedboats. So there were 1,550 accidents with people on boats. Water skiing is like when you put skis on the bottom of your feet and you hang behind the end of a boat, and then they go really, really fast and they pull you, and you kind of float on top of the water. Jet skiing is what this person is doing, and this is a jet ski, okay? And those are super fun. Those are my favorite. Water surfing is when you get on the surfboard and you go out to the waves and you ride the waves down to the surface. Paddleboarding is when you get on a really big style surfboard and you paddle while you're sitting on it with a paddle. Okay. All right. So then you had questions that went along with it. And it says, write a sentence that compares the total number of fatal water accidents in July and December. So we're going to go back to our thing and we're going to find July. So we have 20 here, and then December we only have 5. So it says, write a sentence that compares the total. So you could have said, July had an accident rate of 20%, while the rate in December was only 5% for fatal, not full wrong, fatal water accidents. And you see, I restated at the end of my question there. All right, it says, infer why there seems to be an increase in water accidents during the middle of the year. Again, this goes back to the passage that we read together yesterday. Um, more accidents happen during what time of year? Summertime. Most people aren't going on the water riding jet skis in December and January, okay? So they're higher because more people are on the water, okay? So I infer that the accidents increase in the middle of the year because there are more people on the water during the summer. Okay? Use the table to help explain why you think there are more motorboat injuries than paddleboarding injuries. So it says specifically use this table. I'm sorry, that's the graph. The table's down here. Use this table. Why do you think there are more motorboat accidents than paddleboarding accidents? You could have written, I infer that there are more motor boat injuries and paddleboarding injuries because motorboats go fast on the water, and that makes them more dangerous. Pretty simple answer, but it answers it, okay? How does the information presented in the table help you better understand the text? The information in the table helps me understand text better because, now let's go back to the table. This is the table. How does that help us better understand what the author is trying to tell us? So we can say it helps us understand based on the type of activities that there are on the water. So the information in the table helps me understand the text better because I see the types of accidents on the water, and I see that, let's say instead of I see, I understand that the more dangerous the activity, the more likely you are to get hurt. Okay, and then you would have clicked submit, and that would have sent it to me. Make sure that you are submitting your things. I hate for you to do the work and then not send it to me and accidentally close out of it, because that would stink. All right, if you have any questions, guys, make sure you contact